We're live, we're here. Hello everyone, my name's Luke, creator of Spells and Stuff. Welcome to Devlog number 2. Unfortunately this time I've got my webcam on. I apologise. This week I've been working on porting my game from the high definition render pipeline to the universal render pipeline. Some of you who know Unity may react in fear to that sentence because you know that it's a pain in the arse to do something like that. The reason I've done it is because I was having performance issues with VR on the high definition render pipeline. The sort of style I want for my game anyways is like a toon shaded cartoony style. I did actually use some toon shaders on the high definition render pipeline, but I mainly used like a mix between realistic and cartoony. So my original idea was to have anything you can interact with be cartoony and the rest of the world be realistic, semi-realistic or whatever. I was getting 60 FPS on the main menu, which is not really acceptable for VR. Anyways, as a test I ported it over to the universal render pipeline and I've actually doubled the performance. I'm now getting 140 FPS on the main menu. Yeah, let's have a look at what I've done. I'll show you. Alright, so first thing you might notice is I've made a little tutorial board for the main menu. I did some play testing. I originally had like tutorials that popped up on the hand when you first spawn in on the main menu, but I think the players were like ignoring them. So these are actually animated, so I can show you that now. There you go, so you can see I've made little animations, so it's like, I've got little gestures you do. And then as you can see I've upgraded I've moved everything to like a toon shader. You might notice that the reflections have gone out the pond. Now that's because the universal render pipeline unfortunately doesn't, as far as I'm aware, support planar reflections. They're also very performance intensive, and although it looks really nice, I feel like it's not worth it. In replacement I've made a nice little light effect, so it looks like the pond fairies are like casting light on the water. Very nice. So that's about it for the main menu level. I'll show you the library level. It's the second scene that I've changed. So I've upgraded the bookshelf model to a more performant one. Originally I had like all the books for a separate model or a separate game object, and as you can see there's absolutely hundreds of books, and as you can imagine it did get pretty laggy. I've now made a new model. I do need to make more variations though. As you can see it's just the same model but with a different material. Graphics stuff isn't really like high priority. I just feel like I had to do this because of the performance I was getting, and I feel like it affects the physics and the input latency, and I want my game to feel as like solid as possible. Another thing I've been working on is the ghost post-processing effect. Because I've moved over to the universal render pipeline, I've had to redo all my post-processing because it doesn't use the same one as the high definition render pipeline. The original one was like white, and this is what happens when you turn into a ghost on the new one. It's like this. Ooh, nice and blue. So it happens actually quite fast. So this happens when you die. When you die in my game, instead of dying, you turn into a ghost and you teleport around, and you can't see other players and other players can't see you, and you choose where you're going to next spawn. You have a little timer on the hand. I thought like respawning in VR might be a bit jarring. I'm sure there's other games that probably do something similar. Alright, the next map I want to show is the tabletop map. So I've also upgraded that, and I've made a proper mesh for the ground on this map. I still need to add AI stuff. I've sorted out some of the models so that it's more clear where you can and can't go. I've added more models to the edge of the table, like these cups and these portions. I've sealed up this area. I do like the toon shader on the scrolls. Very nice, looks really good. Alright, well that's all I really have for this week. Moving over to the universal render pipeline has been worth it, I think, because of the performance increase. So even though it took me a long time, it was well worth it. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more. If you haven't already, go wishlist the game on Steam if you have VR. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, thanks for watching, see you next time.